All right. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. Getting ready to start the stream in another minute. Give you guys a few minutes to get up in here. Happy holidays to everyone watching the stream right now. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to try our best to get back in the groove, y'all. We're going to try our best to start releasing content on a regular basis. My apologies. Don't forget, if you want to support 16 Bars as a channel, hit us up on 16 Bars show at Gmail. We have merch on sale. Support the channel. It's your boy Onslaught Tree, giving y'all another minute to get up in here. If you're here right now, hit that like button. Get the likes up. If you like these type of videos, hit that like button down below. And once again, happy holidays to everybody. How's everybody doing tonight, man? What's up, yo? It's your boy Onslaught Tree, man. Thanks for joining another Talking Bars live here on a Thursday night. It's the holiday time. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's having a good time with their families. I hope y'all got your shopping out the way. Do not wait. Y'all got Friday. Y'all got tomorrow to really get all that shopping done. Do not wait until Saturday and Sunday. All my New York people, do not go to the malls on Saturday and Sunday before Christmas. I beg y'all, get it done tomorrow, because over the weekend, it's going to be madness here in New York City. I see we got Iman in the chat. Iman, thanks for coming through. Harlem is in the building, y'all. Happy holidays, Iman, you and your family. I see Blocker is in the building. Blocker, thanks for coming through. Shout out to Blocker. Happy holidays to you, Blocker, you and your family. Shout out to the girl, Diamond Onyx, wherever you are. Shout out to that boy, Jason, wherever you are. So hit that like button if you're here right now. Thank you. So I wanted to talk to you guys. I wanted to hear what you guys' opinion is, what you have to say about what's been going on over the last month or so. And I'm not really going to talk really about Puff Daddy in this instance. I mean, it is surrounding Puff Daddy, but we're going to go in a little bit of a different direction today, okay? So if you don't know, the whole Puff Daddy thing is going on with all the allegations. Some allegations coming in from way back in the early 90s, 1991. So today we're going to have a conversation about what's going on. And I'm going to specifically ask you guys to hit the comments. I want to hear how you guys feel about this, okay? I see Tammy's in the building. Tammy has a comment. Tammy says, I feel like they were complacent. We're going to talk about that today, Tammy. I got some notes. We're going to talk about that. Thank you for that, Tammy. Happy holidays to you. Blocker says happy holidays. Iman says, hope all is well with health. I'm getting better, Iman. Thank you for asking. Going through a lot of stuff right now, man, but I'm trying to give you guys some content still. I'm trying to get back into my groove a little bit. So Iman, thank you. Thank you for that. All right. So today we're going to be talking about Gene Deal and Mark Curry. Okay, if you don't know who Gene Deal is a former bodyguard of Puff Daddy. Gene Deal was also around when we had the late Notorious B.I.G. So he did some bodyguarding for Bad Boy and for Puff Daddy in the 90s, early in the 90s. Okay, so Gene Deal is a old bodyguard of Bad Boy, specifically Puff Daddy. And Mark Curry is a old Bad Boy artist. Okay, so today I'm going to be asking you guys. I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. I want to know if Gene Deal and Mark Curry, are they as much to blame as Puff Daddy is to be blamed? And I'm gonna give you some reasons why I'm saying that. So in the last few years, a lot of demons have been risen and brought back to life, which I'm saying is that a lot of celebrities, they're seeing a lot of things that they presumably did back in the days come back to haunt them. Okay, if you remember, Bill Cosby went to prison. Those women that allege what Bill Cosby did was back in the 80s and the 90s, mostly in the 80s. So 20 something years later, 30 years later, they came and they got Bill Cosby, put Bill Cosby away. You look at a guy like R. Kelly. R. Kelly, as they said, did those things back in the 90s. 20 something years later, that came back to haunt R. Kelly. R. Kelly is locked up. Russell Simmons also went through some stuff as well too. So there's a lot of demons being risen, brought back to life. And if you're as old as I am, if you remember the 90s and the early 2000s, there was a lot of stuff going on in the 90s and the 2000s. So I want you guys to hit the comment section down below. Let me know. Do you guys think that Gene Deal and Mark Curry are as much to blame as Puff Daddy? Because recently, ever since the Puff Daddy story came out, well, Gene Deal has been saying a lot of stuff before this, but Gene Deal has made made it his lifelong journey to badmouth Puffy. And ever since this last story came out, Mark Curry has jumped on and has a lot of things to say as well. We got Blocker with a comment. Blocker says, I know you said that you don't want to talk too much about P. Diddy, but I used to like P. Diddy, but I feel like P. Diddy deserves to go to jail just like R. Kelly. If Puff Daddy really did some of the things that they say in that, and I'm not defending Puff. I'm not against Puff. I really don't care. But if Puff Daddy has did some of the things that they're saying that he says, something's wrong with Puff Daddy. And I just saw someone released some information that maybe even a child was lost due to somebody stomping on someone's stomach. But we're going to talk about that today. So I want to play for you guys. I want to play for you guys a few notes. And I want you guys to listen to these notes. And again, I want to hear you guys, what you have to say about the situation that we're going through. The question I'm asking you guys today, is Gene Deal and is Mark Curry as much to blame as Puff Daddy? Okay, so on the screen right now, this is Gene Deal you're looking at there. Former bodyguard of Puff Daddy, former bodyguard Bad Boy Records. Again, he was there in Vegas when the notorious B.I.G. lost his life. So he was doing some bodyguarding for Puff Daddy on that day as well. Okay, so I'm going to play some audio of a interview that Gene Deal did recently. Okay, so listen to the audio, and I want you guys to respond after this. Okay, let me know if you can hear it. All right.
Atmosphere. They in the music industry. They in the music business. They set up those type of. They learn the tricks of the trade. For instance, guys don't put those pills that they get to the girls in the champagne bottles because they popping them in front of them. Most of those girls, especially if they like mixed drinks, you understand, they see the bottles when they open them. And they trying to keep their eyes on because they don't want to get no kind of drugs put in their system. But what they don't understand is in the orange juice and it's in the cranberry juice. They done put the pills and the stuff in there, the roofies, the ecstasy, the ease, all whatever they put it in the juice. Now, those girls who like the mixed drinks, you understand what I'm saying? They gonna pour their own sexual act because they don't understand it ain't in the bottles, it's in the juice. Those guys They learn that. And they put it to those girls who don't know no better.
So that was audio of Gene Deal doing an interview talking about what the atmosphere was like when you went to a party that included Puff Daddy and whoever was at the parties. So in that audio, he's explaining that he knows. He's witnessed it. He knows what's going on. Don't drink from those bottles. The women don't know what's going on. Tammy has a comment. Tammy says, way too many people came out on Diddy. He definitely did these things. Thank you for the comment, Tammy. Gene Deal just explained that when he goes to those parties, you know that allegedly, women are getting set up. And while the woman may think, let me look at them opening the bottles so they don't put anything in the bottles. So while the women are watching the bottles to see them pop the bottles, open the bottles, that they're not putting anything in them, the women think they're safe. Oh, okay, they popped the bottle in front of me. Okay, I can pour my drink from that bottle. Let me go mix my drink with some orange juice, mimosas. Let me go drink it with some cranberry juice. What the women are not knowing is that allegedly they've already put the stuff in the juice. So while these ladies are pouring, making their mimosas, mixing the champagne that they think that they saw somebody pop open, the person what didn't put it, they saw the bottles open. They're thinking they're pouring, mixing their drinks, making themselves a nice drink when they're already been set up. This is Gene Deal detailing what went on at these parties. And we all know this is not a one-off. We all know that these parties happen all the time. So the question I'm asking you guys today, if you're experiencing something like this that's going on, okay, if you know that women are being drugged, if you know that they're being set up like that, if you know the deal, you know what's going on, isn't it your right to number one, remove yourself from that? Number two, report it. If you continue to go to those parties, if you continue to be Puffy's bodyguard, if you continue to let these women, you are letting them get into this because you know what's going on. If you continue to let these women be set up like that, aren't you as much to be blamed? That's what I'm asking you guys tonight. Hit the comment section down below. Tammy has another comment. Tammy said, why Puffy didn't sue for defamation with his innocent? Gene Deal has been saying a lot of stuff about Puffy over the years. Me, I've always said I never liked when people call Puffy stuff, like call him GAY, or said that he was this, or he said that he was hearsay. I hate hearsay. If you got something to say about somebody that's defamating, bring some proof. A lot of people have said a lot of things about Puffy in the past, but it's always hearsay. Bring some proof. So it's great that his ex-girlfriend Casey brought the proof. So now there's no denying. And then within 2 days after her bringing this information out, Puff Daddy settles. Within 1 to 2 days you settle. That's got to say something. So That was Gene Deal. Let me play that again for some of y'all that just came in. I want to play that video one more time. This is Gene Deal.
Look at the atmosphere. They in the music industry. They in the music business. They set up those type of they learn the tricks of the trade. For instance, guys don't put those pills that they get to the girls in the champagne bottles because they popping them in front of them. Most of those girls, especially if they like mixed drinks, you understand?
Mimosas.
Bottles.
Mimosas.
When they open them. And they trying to keep their eyes on because they don't want to get no kind of drugs put in their system. But what they don't understand.
Smart. Very smart of the ladies. Very smart.
Juice, and it's in the cranberry juice. They put the pills and the stuff in there. The roofies. The ecstasy, the ease, all whatever they put it in the juice.
He was there. He saw it.
Girls who like the mixed drinks, you understand what I'm saying? They gonna pour their own sexual act because they don't understand it ain't in the bottles, it's in the juice.
That's Gene Deal giving detailed account of the manipulation that went on at some of these parties where a woman would think that the champagne bottles are being opened in front of them. It's safe to drink my champagne from that champagne bottle. I didn't see them put anything in it. Now I'm safe. And then the women go and mix their drinks with cranberry juice and orange juice that's already been tainted. Hit the comment section down below. Let me know how you guys feel. Do you think that Gene Deal is also to blame for some of the things that happened at these parties? This is a picture of Mark Curry in front of you. Mark Curry is a bad boy, ex-bad boy artist. If you remember the song "Bad Boy This, Bad Boy That," that video, that video was fire. Mark Curry was the last artist at the end, riding the bicycle. So if you don't know the video, go check out the Bad Boy video. Very funny, very funny video. A lot of celebrities in the video. But the last verse is this gentleman here, and his name is Mark Curry. And once again, he is also a ex-bad boy artist. So he's been around these parties as well. So I'm going to play for you. Another snippet of Mark Curry doing an interview. Okay? Listen to this.
We used to go in the club. We go into the nightclub, right? And we go and get to the VIP. All of these girls come around the VIP and they just be standing there. And like, let me tell you something, man. I'm going to get back with you. We got to rewind this back. We used to go when we go to the club, we used to have these bottles, right?
We used to go to the club. We used to have these bottles. Listen to what he's saying. He's not saying I heard. He's not saying someone told me about what. No, we used to go to these parties. Let me bring that back again. Hold on. Let me bring it back.
We used to go in the club. We go into the nightclub, right? And we go and get to the VIP. All of these girls come around the VIP and they just be standing there. And like, let me tell you something, man. I'm going to get back with you. We got to rewind this back. We used to go when we go to the club, we used to have these bottles, right? And on this bottle, they be regular Moet bottles. On them bottles right there, they've been to have something to make the girls be real slippery and all of this kind of stuff. So when you get up, they be like, don't touch them bottles right there and only drink them bottles right there.
We used to go to the clubs. We used to get the Moet bottles. These bottles here, you can drink. Those bottles there, don't drink. That's for the ladies. These bottles are safe. These bottles have something in them. Is Mark Curry as much to blame for some of the things that was going on back then? I'm going to bring it back one more time so we can play it all the way through. Mark Curry, ex-Bad Boy artist.
We used to go in the club. We go into the nightclub, right? And we go and get to the VIP. All of these girls come around the VIP, and they just be standing there. And like, let me tell you something, man. I'm going to get back with you. We got to rewind this back. We used to go to when we go to the club, we used to have these bottles, right? And on this bottle, they be regular Moet bottles. On them bottles right there, they've been had something to make the girls be real slippery and all of this kind of stuff. So when you get up, they be like, don't touch them bottles right there and only drink them bottles right there. So we already knew what the drill was. You just don't mess with them bottles, right? Then all of the girls is in the club after a while. They all running, opening up their mouth like little birds. He's running around just popping pills in their mouth. Pop, pill. And then that was the party. But all of the females that was in it, that's what they wanted. That was what party. It was part of the hip-hop culture. We ain't see nothing wrong with it until Bill Cosby got in trouble.
At the end, he says, that's what the woman wanted. No. Because you put something in their drinks, it took them to a different place. You put something in their drink which got them off of their whether they're mellow and they have their senses. You put something in their drinks and now they're all up acting differently. Maybe they're high. And that's when you started giving them extra pill because they have their mouths open. You put something in their drinks to get them to that point. Puff Daddy has settled with Casey. I don't know. I think it was like 20 million, 30 million. I can't remember how much it was, but he did settle his case with her. And then another young lady came out and said that she's a victim from 1991. And she has also filed a lawsuit against Puff Daddy. So today I'm asking you guys, let's put Puff Daddy aside. All these other men that are coming out, having all these stories about what went on, especially at the parties, knowing that you're sitting down there with these guys, knowing that the bottles, there's two different types of bottles, one to drink from, one not to drink from. Knowing that the orange juice and the cranberry juice is spiked. Knowing that the ladies does not know this, allegedly. You're putting stuff in their drinks. Are these guys as guilty as Puff Daddy? That's the question I'm asking you guys tonight. If you're complacent with something, if you know something is going on and you do nothing about it, if you don't get up and leave and say, you know what, I don't want to be a part of these parties. This is not for me. Yeah, yo, that's what y'all doing here. Y'all DRUG woman. Nah. I gotta go. I gotta go feed my goldfish, man. I'm out of here. If you stay there, sit there constantly, time after time after time, come back to these parties, knowing what these ladies are going through and do nothing about it, are you as much to blame? On the screen right now, this is a picture of D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley is a comedian. If you remember the Kings of Comedy, D.L. Hughley was one of the original Kings of Comedy. And D.L. Hughley also did a interview on Vlad TV. And Vlad brought up the question about Puff Daddy in the interview. I'm going to play for you guys what D.L. Hughley had to say. Tammy has a comment. Thank you for the comments, Tammy. Happy holidays to you, Tammy. Yes, they are just as guilty. 16. Yes. If you know something is going on, if you come into a party and as soon as you get there, your boys or whoever is there in that VIP section tell you, oh, remember, you can drink from those bottles over here. All right? Those bottles on the right, don't touch those bottles. Those are for the ladies. You can drink from these bottles here. Don't drink from those bottles there. If you're hanging around that, if you're coming there knowing that somebody has already spiked the orange juice and cranberry juice, don't drink the orange juice and cranberry juice, man. That's for the ladies. Are you just as disgusting as Puff Daddy? I'm gonna play for you one more audio clip here. This is D.L. Hughley doing an interview with Vlad TV, and Vlad brings up the same Puff Daddy questions, and here's what D.L. Hughley had to say.
That every time somebody's accused of something, there are any number of people closely associated with that ordeal that can corroborate things.
Okay, so let me pause that. So what he's saying is, every time something like what happened with Puff Daddy comes up, there's always somebody or a bunch of people that can say, yeah, that happened. It's true. Yeah, I saw it. Blah, blah, blah. So in that little clip, he's also saying that he's speaking directly to Gene Deal and Mark Curry because they're coming out saying this is what happened at the parties. I'm going to bring this back just a little bit.
That every time somebody's accused of something, there are any number of people closely associated with that ordeal that can corroborate things. Like I heard some of his bodyguards talking about how there was champagne bought and the champagne was drugged and they were told to stay away from the champagne bottle. Certain champagne bottles they stayed away from, certain they took, and that allegedly he went around and put drugs in people's mouths. Here's the thing. If you watch that shit and you didn't say nothing about that shit, you're just as horrible as he is if it happened. So I think that horrible people need accomplices too.
If you watch that go on and you did nothing about it, are you just the same as the person that's doing it? Let me hear what you guys got to say. I know how I feel about this. I want to hear from you guys. Tammy says, yes, they are just as guilty. Blocker says, P. Diddy deserves to go to jail just like R. Kelly. If you're watching the video right now, hit that like button down below if you like these videos. Don't forget to share the video. Let me play that one more time. I'm going to play all three videos back to back to back. But let me just play this one more time. This is very important.
Somebody's accused of something.
Puff Daddy.
Number of people closely associated with that ordeal, they can corroborate things.
Mark Curry,
like
Gene Deal.
Some of his bodyguards.
Gene Deal.
Talking about how there was champagne bought and the champagne was drugged and they were told to stay away from the champagne bottle. Certain champagne bottles they stayed away from, certain they took, and that allegedly he went around and put drugs in people's mouths. Here's the thing. If you watch that shit and you didn't say nothing about that shit, you're just as horrible as he is if it happened. So I think that horrible people need accomplices too.
Here's a question I have. I know Gene Deal and Mark Curry, they said that they saw these things happen. Did they leave? If you didn't leave, did you participate? If you came into that and you were told that these bottles are not, they're common, and you stayed there, did you join in? All of these people that saying these things about Puff that were there, did they join in? When the woman finally got wasted, God forbid, When the woman finally got to a point where they don't know where they are, did Gene Deal just take Puffy home or go home? Did Mark Curry say, yeah, you know what, these women are wasted. I'm out of here. I got. Or did they join in? Art of Dialogue, Bomb First, Vlad TV, all of you sites that's interviewing these guys. I wish y'all would ask that question. Everybody's interviewing these guys and asking them all sorts of questions. Nobody's asking these guys, when this was going on, when these women were getting DRUGED, did you join in? Somebody asked that question. Tammy has a comment. Tammy says, these topics trigger me. Yes, Tammy, I 100% agree with you. As a man that has a daughter, it's scary to know that, I mean, I've known this for a long time, but it's scary to know that there are so many predators out there that on a daily basis are doing these things. And I know the 80s and the 90s was a wild time. People did a lot of wild things. Young women and older men has been a thing for a long time. It's still going on today. But when you knowingly do something to DRUG someone without their knowing, this is like there was a story, I may have this wrong, but I think there was a story with Raekwon the chef from Wu-Tang. I can't remember if it was Raekwon, but allegedly, let me say allegedly, it was a Wu-Tang member that was smoking weed, and he smoked weed with this person, and for the first time he felt crazy, he felt weird. All right, the person, rolled it up, sparked it, and passed it to him. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Raekwon, but you guys let me know if I'm right or wrong. And he said he felt crazy, felt weird. So he asked the guy, like, yo, what kind of weed is this? And the person told him, nah, there's angel in there. There's a little extra something in there. I think Raekwon or whoever it was said that they didn't speak to that person for another 10 years. If you remember the movie Friday, remember the scene Friday when Chris Tucker was smoking with the Mexican guy, Spanish guy, whoever they are, and he pulled on it, and he started, and he didn't know that they had something in it. He's like, I'll never hang with them again. You are doing things to women that they are not aware of. And don't tell me that you're just doing this just to party with the woman. Don't do that. Don't do that, Gene Deal. Don't do that, Mark Curry. You're not doing that just to party. We all know why you're doing that. We all know what the aftermath is. One of you podcasters need to interview them and ask them, did you join in? So I'm with Tammy. This stuff is triggering. Because here you have women coming out to have a good time with artists. I know. It's the world we live in. You have big artists. Men and women do it. It's a big artist. You want to hang out with them. You want to party with them. They got money. They got drinks. They got smokes. Let's go. Not knowing that there's something in your drink. Not knowing that these women could end up in an alley somewhere. It's disgusting. It's really disgusting. And allegedly, I don't think Puffy was the only one that was doing that. From what these guys are saying, they might have been in on it too. Tammy says, wasn't that DMX? I think DMX went to the same thing too, Tammy. DMX is separate. I think DMX went to the same thing. It was one of the Wu-Tang guys that talked about smoking woolly blunts for the first time. He did not know that there was like some sort of sherm in the weed. There was a Wu-Tang member that told a story. I can't remember who it was. So let me say allegedly, if I remember correctly. But DMX had the same story as well too. All right, thank you for that, Tammy. Iman has a comment. Iman said Met says he used to cop that juice from Big L. Okay, Iman. All right. Tammy has a comment. Tammy says someone did that to me. Slip X in my mouth as I was. It's crazy. It's crazy the lengths that people go to get what they want. I've seen people on drugs, but it's a different thing when you're not knowing that you're doing that. It's a different thing when you buy a drink at the bar, you turn around and somebody slips something in your drink. It's a different thing when you might think you're smoking some regular hash and there's something else in there. There's something different about unwillingly doing something that you don't know is happening to you. And to know that, Tammy, that you went through something like that, that's crazy, man. Because you know, all of this stuff change your senses. You might not be on point like you thought you were. Now you're high, and you can't think straight, you can't see straight, you can't walk straight, you don't know what's going on. You might knock out, wake up in the... This is a triggering topic. I want to know what you guys think about Gene Deal. Let me play the Gene Deal one more time. On the picture on the picture on there right now, this is Gene Deal, Puff Daddy's bodyguard. This is him talking about what they used to do at the parties.
Look at the atmosphere. They in the music industry. They in the music business. They set up those type of they learn the tricks of the trade.
And let me pause this. Tammy, I hope you spit it out. I hope you were aware of what was going on. And I hope everything was okay with you with that ordeal, Tammy. All right, shout out to Tammy, y'all. Let me bring this back.
Look at the atmosphere. They in the music industry. They in the music business. They set up those type of they learn the tricks of the trade. For instance, guys don't put those pills that they get to the girls in the champagne bottles because they popping them in front of them. Most of those girls, especially if they like mixed drinks, you understand, they see the bottles when they open them. And they trying to keep their eyes on because they don't want to get no kind of drugs put in their system. But what they don't understand is in the orange juice and it's in the cranberry juice.
Grimy jiggers.
The pills and the stuff in there, the roofies.
Grimy jiggers.
The ecstasy, the ease, all whatever they...
Grimy.
The juice. Now, those girls who like the mixed drinks, you understand what I'm saying? They gonna pour their own sexual act because they don't understand it ain't in the bottles, it's in the juice. Those guys, they learn that and they put it to those girls who don't know no better.
You were there, Gene Deal. You were there. You were there. Grimy jigger. That's some grimy. And I'm glad that a lot of these things are coming up from the past and are biting these guys in the tail now because they were doing some grimy stuff back then. This is Mark Curry on an interview.
We used to go in the club. We go into the nightclub. Right?
We used to go in the club.
Go and get to the VIP. All of these girls come around the VIP and they just be standing there. And like, let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna get back with you.
We used to go to the club.
It's back. We used to go to when we go to the club, we used to have these bottles, right?
We used to have these bottles.
They'd be regular Moet bottles. On them bottles right there, they've been had something to make the girls be real slippery and all of this.
Grimy jiggers.
So when you get up, they be like, don't touch them bottles right there and only drink them bottles right there. So we already knew what the drill was. You just don't mess with them bottles, right?
Grimy.
All of the girls is in the club after a while. They all running, opening up their mouth like little birds. He was running around just popping pills in their mouth. Pop, pill. And then that was the party. But all of the females that was in, that's what they wanted. That was what.
That's not what they wanted. That's not what they wanted.
I see nothing wrong with it.
That's not what they wanted.
Got in trouble.
That's not what they wanted. Here in New York, we call that grimy jiggers. Here in New York City, grimy New York jiggers. That's what that is. I'm gonna play this one more time for y'all. D.L. Hughley. Thank you for D.L. Hughley for saying this.
That every time somebody's accused of something, there are any number of people closely associated with that ordeal that can corroborate things. Like I heard some of his bodyguards talking about how there was champagne bought and the champagne was drugged and they were told to stay away from the champagne bottles. Certain champagne bottles they stayed away from, certain they took, and that allegedly he went around and put drugs in people's mouths. Here's the thing. If you watch that shit and you didn't say nothing about that shit, you're just as horrible as he is if it happened.
Grimy New York jiggers is what we call those type of people. I see Tammy has a comment. Tammy says, it happened to me more than once. The bartender did something to my drink. It was a woman. She wanted something to happen to me so she purposely spiked my drinks. I was a mess after that, falling out. Man, bartenders? I hope she got fired. I hope someone brought some awareness to what that bartender was doing. That is totally like against the law. And as you said, when those things happen to you, you're not yourself. Anything can happen. You might pass out. Your vision is blurred. Your speech is blurred. You probably can't walk straight. I hope that bartender got fired. I hope some awareness was brought to that bar, that this is what's going on at that bar. Thank you for sharing that, Tammy. Tammy also has another comment. Tammy said, made me stop going out for years. I feel you. I would just drink at home because I was tired of people. I feel you. It's crazy out here. You would think that you want to go out and just have a good time, drink, go by yourself, go with some friends and drink, but you have to stay on point. You got to stay on point. Either you have some amazing friends that you can just turn your back around them, or you got to stay on point. As a woman, don't let no man buy no drinks for you. Don't let no one bring a drink over to your table. There's so much rules that women have to go through. Men too, but I think for the ladies, it's a higher degree, I would say. Comment, let me know what y'all feel. But you have to stay on point. There's a lot of grimy triggers out there doing these things. Iman had a comment. Shout out to Big L. Shout out to Harlem. Iman's comment. Iman said, my man passed out that dust once without me not knowing. I couldn't even walk. My legs were shaky. You know, thanks for that comment, Iman. That happened to a lot of people, y'all. A lot of people, that's why they tell you, like, smoke your own stuff. Don't smoke nobody else's stuff. Or when they're rolling up, make sure you're there when they're rolling up. So that type of stuff that Iman just says happens to a lot of people. Especially with the culture nowadays, everybody's hanging out, everybody's passing the same blunt, everybody's in different groups smoking. You gotta stay on point. And these things happen without you knowing. And then I'm pretty sure after that, Iman, I'm pretty sure you probably didn't mess with him for a while, or you probably fell out with him, you know. Thank you for that comment, Iman. Tammy has a comment. Tammy says, 16, it was scary. I was falling out on the concrete. My booty shorts, my jaw. Thank goodness for my friends. Listen, man, I've seen people get stupid drunk, and I've seen people get stupid high to the point where, yes, you can't walk. Yes, it's a horrible thing. And like Tammy said, good. I'm glad your friends was there to assist you. Not glad that it happened. Glad that your friends were there to assist you, to hold you down, make sure you got home safe. Because in times like this, anything can happen to a woman. Somebody could say, hey, nah, she's with me. Somebody could throw you in their car real quick. You might, it's so many things can happen. Women, please. And I know some men go through that too, but I'm speaking to the woman. Please be careful out there. All right? It's a dirty game going on out there. Okay? If you're into certain drugs and stuff, cool. Do what you got to do, but make sure you make it home safe. Iman has another comment. Iman says, definitely haven't spoken to him since. And that's what happens. Your trust with that person is gone. That's what you did. That's what he did to me. You gave me that shit? You did that to me? You can't even control yourself. You've fallen out. You've Iman says, definitely haven't spoken to him since. So today, we're asking everybody, man, hit the comment section down below. Let me know what y'all think. Puff Daddy, there's a lot of accusations coming out against Puff. Is Puff going to flee the country? I don't know. But the serious question here is, the guys that were around Puffy at that time, I don't know if there were females around at that time either, but the people that were around while this stuff was going on knew about what was going on, did not say anything about what was going on. Some of them allegedly may have even joined in on what was going on. Are they as guilty? Are they as much as guilty? Guilty by association. Are they much as guilty as Puff Daddy for knowing that they're spiking the drinks, knowing that before the women come, the drinks are already spiked, knowing that these are the bottles that the men are going to drink and these are the bottles for the ladies, knowing this, you continue to go to those parties, you continue to go to those festivities, you continue to be Puff Daddy's bodyguard. You continue to be Puff Daddy's artist, knowing this. Are they just as guilty? Hit the comment section down below. We got a few more comments we have here. One from Tammy. Tammy said, when the dude slipped me the X pill, I spit it out, but whatever it was enough to make me all hot and dehydrated. Oof. So you see that as quick as it happened, yeah, you spit it out, but some of it probably already got in your saliva. By the time you gasp, it probably went down. Oh man! And imagine how if you had swallowed it. Oh man, Tammy, be careful out there, Tammy. Them guys out there, man. These men out here today, it's a dirty game out here, y'all. Thank you for that comment, Tammy. And we got a final comment from Iman. Iman said he said it was chocolate tar when I was 17. Had no idea what I was puffing. Listen, man, y'all. Smokers, y'all be careful out there. You know, the people that you're smoking with, yeah, they might be close to you, but you don't know what their highs are, what their habits are. Y'all be careful out there, man. It's the holiday season, y'all. I hope y'all got your shopping did. Please do your shopping tomorrow. Do not wait till Saturday and Sunday. Iman, Tammy, Blocker, Jason, Diamond Onyx. Do not wait till Saturday and Sunday to do shopping. The malls here in New York City is going to be crazy this weekend. All right, so I'm begging y'all, man, do your shopping tomorrow. Or if you already got the shopping done, shout out to y'all. Thank you for that. But don't wait till Saturday and Sunday, man. It's going to be a madhouse out there Christmas shopping. I want to say happy holidays to everybody. I wish y'all a happy holidays. Thank you always for joining the show. Don't forget, y'all, if y'all still want to support the channel, man, don't forget, we still got merch on sale, man. Hit us up on our email, all right? I want to thank everybody for coming to tonight. Hit the like button if you're here right now. Like this video. Don't forget to share the video. Merry Christmas to all that celebrate Christmas. Happy Hanukkah to those that celebrate Hanukkah. All the different festivities, whatever you celebrate. Just happy holidays to all of y'all. Tammy has a comment. Tammy says, I really don't get into the holidays. F Christmas. Sometimes, Tammy, it's a good time to see family. If you're not into the spirit of it, sometimes you can make it something where if you is family you don't see much, maybe this might be a good time to see some family that you haven't seen. And but some people are not into Christmas, so yeah, I can see where Tammy is going with that. Some people it's just not their thing. I love Christmas. I love the movies. I love the food. I love the cakes. The like Christmas time in Trinidad and Tobago is amazing. I love the parang. I love this time of year. I gotta go watch Sound of Music over the weekend, so I'm gonna enjoy my holiday weekend. Tammy, thanks for coming through. Thanks for the comments. Iman, happy Harlem Day. All right, I'm gonna see you next